The competition, it just got stiffer. Head to head, no hiding, no backup, just you, the challenge, and the truth. Nerves are breaking, voices are shaking, but watch this. The ladies step up. Leaders emerge, advocacy speak louder than fear. This isn't just about a crown anymore, it's about impact. Now they are in the hot seat, scoring themselves. How do you think they did? The answers might surprise you. Beyond the crown, the head to head challenge.
My head-to-head challenge yesterday did not go the way I planned. I literally got on the stage and I knew what I needed to talk about, my advocacy, and I literally froze. After almost losing my life, I made a decision to help others and to be a testament of the grace of God. Today I stand before you as a blogger to help people that do not understand what lupus is. My mission is to increase awareness, to improve understanding, encourage early diagnosis. When I first started the competition, I was bullied a little bit. So I think it just made me feel a bit insecure. So when I got on stage, I think everything just came back to me and I was frightened. And to advocate for better access to healthcare and specialist support for those living with lupus. For me, I think Mona Lisa stood out the most. She was able to articulate her advocacy very well. I think she's used to being on camera, so she was just natural.
So someone said my head-to-head challenge was the best. Who said that? Because the judges didn't score me like somebody who did the best. Statistics from Zimstats, which hold the national census in this country, show that 62% of Zimbabwe's population resides in the rural areas. Yet they have the least access to any form of resource you could ever think about. They don't have access to it, yet they have the largest population in this country. If we are going to make meaningful change in this country, that has to change. And I believe that it starts by empowering young people, because young people also, according to statistics, over 50% of this country's population. So they are the chunk of the population. So for us to make meaningful change in this country, we need to start focusing on young people. The thing with my advocacy is that it's sensitive in the sense that it needs approval from the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. So I can't just be going to schools and saying, hey, I'm here to build a school. The next thing they're gonna say to me is, have you passed through the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education? And it becomes like a whole process of back and forth, back and forth. Some young people that I've interacted with from marginalized areas, they feel forgotten. They feel like no one hears their plight. And that is why I'm advocating for the rehabilitation of dilapidated classrooms in rural areas. I think my favorite head-to-head challenge was Brunette. Brunette was very passionate about her challenge, her advocacy, and just the way she expresses herself, just walking across the stage.
This passion of mine started one day when I was sitting with my sister. I made a very nice meal for her, and she said, you know what, Brunette, I'm very full. I don't want to eat this. And I say to her, you know, someone today in Zimbabwe is going to bed hungry. And she said to me, you know what if you started a creative something, a hashtag that says no one goes to sleep hungry tonight in Zimbabwe. We'd buy some food, do catering services, find sponsors, and go to the locations where people are underprivileged, start this whole movement, get some sponsors. But there was one problem with that movement that we wanted to do, that is not sustainable. If you feed people today, they're going to be hungry tomorrow, and it's not something that we can do every day.
I really like that, and she's very well knowledgeable on what she's talking about. So she would be my best head-to-head challenge.
My head-to-head challenge yesterday was fair, to be honest, though I feel like there is room for improvement. I think it's just the nerves that I had to work on. But generally, I think for myself, I think it was good. I think I did well, and so did the other ladies. I think they did very well.
Where I come from, opportunities are something that we do not have. Statistics has it that 60% of people are in the marginalized or rural setup. And that means when 60% of people in that place have potential that is untapped, it means we're heading for a disaster as a nation when that potential remains untapped. So through my foundation, the Ruimbonjomboro Foundation, we have partnered with Wange Collier Company, Childline, Top Model Zimbabwe, in order to do talent search, mentorship, career guidance, and all the things that evolve around children. I'm not saying education is wrong, but there is a lot more to life besides education.
I do feel like I was scored a little bit unfairly. Maybe he didn't understand where I was coming from. I don't know.
The head-to-head challenge was also intense because the ladies brought their egging on, and shout out to them also for having such beautiful advocacies. But for me, my best was my girl, Rosanna Hall. I love how she explained everything. It was just like she went in depth, you know what I mean?
My advocacy is Beyond Survival Sisterhood. Now, it is a movement that is dedicated to helping women move beyond survival mode and into sustainable thriving by doing two things: connecting mental wellness and economic empowerment. So, mental health is a global pandemic. 1.2 billion people currently are suffering from anxiety and depression. Now let's bring it locally. In Africa, we have one of the highest suicide rates in the world. Let's bring it closer to home. In Zimbabwe, 15% of people are suffering from anxiety and depression, with the greater burden of those being women. Now, I stand here personally as a woman that is suffering from anxiety, and I know exactly what hopelessness, lack of confidence, and a lack of self-worth can do to your ability to participate economically. So, someone said I had the best head-to-head challenge. I think all the girls did amazing. We're all representing different things that are so important. I mean, not one person can represent all the issues that are concerning women in this country. So I think they're all important, but I do love the fact that I got 10s across the board. I'm honored that the judges saw value in my advocacy.
The head-to-head challenge is, for me, I have improved on confidence and I'm proud of myself. One thing which messed me up is we were told that you can even write your points down. It really messed me up because I had rehearsed, I knew what I wanted to say, but because I was given pressure, everyone was just writing something down. So I was like, oh, let me just put something down. Then when I went there, I'm trying to remember what I know and what I've just jotted down. It was a disaster.
Through my advocacy, I aim to educate communities to recognize early warning signs such as extreme mood disorders, difficult in bonding with the baby, withdrawal symptoms from the family members, and confusion. I also encourage families, mothers, to ensure that if they see these symptoms, they have to seek medical attention immediately.
But I'm brave of this young lady, Charmaine. She was so nervous, but she was like, okay. Oh, shout out to Charmaine. You are brave.
I advocate for women empowerment and youth development because these two advocacies are personal to me. For me, I believe that when we empower women and invest in young people, we create stronger communities and
all of us are intelligent ladies and we understand that we have flaws and there are loopholes that we may not see that the next person may see, and I'm happy with that. I'm used to that, absolutely, because it strengthens your cause and clarifies your vision. But you need to 4 out of 10.
I'm a firm believer that education, and especially for empowerment for education for girls, is the foundation of any society. And this aligns with two sustainable development goals, which are number 4 and 5, quality education and gender equality. But I also firmly believe in contextualizing empowerment and making it fit for your environment, and in particular in Zimbabwe and Africa. So I founded the Educated Village based on an African saying that it takes a village to raise a child.
I've never in my life foirad. Have I? I remember very well Malika's, because I remember she also got a 10, and that was shocking. Not because she wasn't good, she was excellent, but because she received it from the judge that was giving everybody a very low mark.
Simon, come on.
So I distinctly remember that, and it also stood out because of that. And she was good. Plus, she was talking about filmmaking. And I have a background in filmmaking, so I just remember that very well, and how I relate to her initiative.
There is a saying that goes, up until the lion learns how to write, the story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. Africa has been hunted for a long time, for its brilliant minds, for its raw materials, and for its minerals. And the stories that were written about Africa were about poverty, hunger, or AIDS-stricken countries. It was never about who we truly were at our core. So my advocacy is owning our narratives, telling authentic African stories from an African perspective.
I think I was still nervous when I had the head-to-head challenge. Given another opportunity, I'm sure I would deliver a bit more better, because, I mean, we're striving for excellence. It's the Miss Universe crown, for crying out loud. So we need to take it up a notch.